piece of paper and a note, a pen, and you ever drawn off the comp plan? You should do that again. I used to do it all the time, just draw circles. I have napkins in a restaurant, drawing circles, and I filled in every hole. Believing that I could do that. Believing that I could actually do what's on that piece of paper. And I still believe it 34 years later that I can fill in all 6 of those holes. That I can have 6 generations of RVPs stacked on top of RVPs, stacked RVPs on top of RVPs. And our organization, we're busting our butt to fill in those holes fast. As fast as we possibly can. I want to thank the company for supporting our craziness. Okay, of some of the things that we are doing and have done, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Glenn, thank you so much. Where's Glenn at? Glenn, thank you so much wherever you are for believing in the Cornegay family and having multiple meetings with us over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years since Gary got in business, probably 9 years now, oh my God. And we've been bought a house in Atlanta, Georgia, because we're going back and forth. My daughter went to Clark Atlanta University. My son got married, moved to Atlanta. So I said, well, look, I want to buy a house in Atlanta. That way, when I go back and forth to Atlanta, I can stop by and visit Glenn and Peter and Bobby and have a face-to-face meeting with these folks, because I'm way on the West Coast, you know. And I know the Southern guys that are here local, Sam and Island, all my buddies that are here local can be there in the home office in 2 hours, 4-hour drive, Florida, same thing. But the West Coast, we don't have a relationship with the home office. And so thank God they allowed us to have that relationship. But I do want to have my talk today to really talk to you. You know, I was thinking when folks get up here, we've always done it at senior leadership meeting, including me, get on stage and say, man, I'm intimidated by this group. Well, I'm not intimidated by none of you guys. Okay, I'm not. So I'll do the opposite. I'm not scared of nobody here. I'm not intimidated by anybody here. I'm not your enemy, and you're not my enemy.
It's good.
You're my friend.
Come on.
I made a list yesterday because we have a podcast we do every Monday now where I'm interviewing every single millionaire in Primerica. And I have my hierarchy on it. Top, it's called the Producers Council. You have to do a certain number the month before. And every Monday we have a different millionaire, you know, in Primerica. We have 124 millionaires. That's 124 weeks I'm going to be doing. That's 2.5 years after go, Red. And so I cycle back around. And by the time I get to that, we'll be probably at 140, 150. So every Monday I'm interviewing our people, not outside people, our people.
Come on.
And thank you to Mario Arizon and Bobby Weeson, Red last week, and many more to come. Hector Mark, tons of people. Mika San's already done it. We've already done like 9 episodes. So I come here and I look at this group. I said, who did I forget? I started picking out names. Oh God, he's a millionaire too. That's right. And I started writing down all the names. I'm on 2 pages. And these are my friends. I've got a lot of millionaire friends. But for real, like y'all know me. I know you. No, I was in the gift shop the other day, and Patty walked to the sector and said, oh my God, we'd really love to have you on our yacht. When? Come on! I got friends with yachts. Come on! You know, I just come to her and say, can I go? She goes, we would love to have you in there. But when? But now to the outside person that's not a part of this ecosystem, they go, dang, I just want a guy in my Honda. Like, you guys got yachts conversation going on? Yes. We also looking at private jet. So we have people folks coming to our house and showing us jets. Because I'm tired of TSA. Now, will I buy a jet? I don't know. But the fact we're having conversations about jets is more important than the jet itself. Now, I wouldn't be having that conversation if I didn't have an opportunity that could match the income to get that jet. Yeah. So I want to say to the senior leadership, don't be senior in your thinking.
Come on.
Danny Jerome started out, and he came out swinging. I go, I hope everybody follows that this whole weekend. Because until we can be honest with each other as senior leaders, which means I shouldn't be sanctioned, I shouldn't be screened, I'm talking to my brothers and sisters. Yes, we have corporate folks here, and they do what they do. But I'm not here to talk corporate talk to you. I'm here to talk to you about building a legacy that's going to sustain your life, to make sure that 30, 40, 50, 100 years from now, that this company is not like the other companies. And that's not Peter's job, that's not Glenn's job, nobody in corporate's job. That's our job, because we're on the front lines, Gary McCrummen, with the families. And we have to tell the story. It's our job to tell the story. We all play different roles. Are you a senior leader in your thinking? See, seniors, because I'm now 60, thank you, Brad Gerard, tell the whole company. I'm good, I'm good. Life don't crack, baby, I'm telling you. All right? So, yeah, I'll be 60 in March. But I make sure that I stay away from the senior thinking.
Wow.
But I have senior friends that are my age or older. And I avoid them like the plague. Because when I talk to my senior friends, either on the phone, we go to dinner, they're always talking about freaking dying. Here, your health is wealth. Man, stop! We were 20-something, we were jumping out of trees and trying to do crazy stuff. And I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying do that at this point in your life. But I'm saying think that at this point in your life. That thinking is free, has nothing to do with your biological age. But when you're a senior, you're thinking you want less work. You know, I don't even study millionaires anymore because I've been one a long time. I study billionaires. I can't study millionaires, especially not Primerica millionaires, because you guys always tell me, well, you're still working, man. See, I built my business, I don't have to work. And I go, well, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. These people still go to work. Warren Buffett. Now, when I was broke, France, I said, when I would make money, I ain't never working. Then I said, Gary, look at the people before you that are billionaires. Is Jeff Bezos still working? Elon Musk still working? Is he still buying companies? So when you say, I'm building my Primerica business, I don't have to work, that's a mindset of I don't have to work, but man, why not work this? Why not work this? What you gonna do then? What are you gonna do? You're gonna sit back and just die and let your legacy die? Or you're gonna say, you know what, forget about my biological age. What is my thinking age? When I talk to seniors, less risk, less activity, less disruption. Don't offend anybody up here, Gary. Less noise. Turn that down, it's too loud. Hate innovation. Why are you changing this? It's been like this for so long. I watched my daddy's church die because the old members wouldn't let the young people come in because they were protecting the institution. And those young people went to younger churches that had bands and had drums and horns, but the older people were still singing that, amen. Amen. You're laughing, but you're that person right now. You're that, Are you that person that's saying, bring the band? Come on. Let's have a rock band on the stage. Let's pack this thing out. Let's take more risk. But when you're older and thinking, you want less relationships. So all your friends are dying. So if you fall in love with another person, they're going to die next week. So you want less relationships. Who's coming to our house? Why are they coming to our house? I respect Bobby and Red so much, so I open their home to us, all of us. Adapt or die. Or adapt or die. Adapt or die. And I don't mean the person, we all got to do that. I'm talking about your legacy. The work you put in will die with you. Miles Monroe said the richest place in the world is the graveyards. There's songs that never were sang, poems never written, ideals never came to fruition because these people died with it in them. Well, I'm protecting the next 100 years, 200 years, 300 years of this great company that I've worked so hard to build for my family. You know, repeat after me. Ridicule. Ridicule. Someone say ridicule. Ridicule. Opposed. Opposed. Accepted. Accepted. All truth shall pass through 3 stages. First is ridicule, opposed, accepted. All truth shall pass through 3 stages. Ridicule, opposed, accepted. Jesus Christ, ridicule, opposed, accepted. Martin King, ridicule, opposed, accepted. Art Williams, ridicule, opposed, accepted. If you kill the ridicule, if you kill the opposed, we'll never be accepted. My mother's pregnant for 9 months. Got to go through that process. Everything's a process. Now I'm old enough to remember, Gary, when being a preacher's kid, having my little transistor radio, Mark, you don't know what that is. Sneaking in the closet, listening to Elvis and James Brown, because that was the devil's music. Today, that's good music compared to what you hear today. Ridicule, opposed, accepted.
So good.
I remember in the church, they had a meeting about credit cards being the devil's 666. They're going to come up with these things called credit cards with barcodes on the back. Think about that. Ridicule, opposed, accepted. Microwave, boy! Don't that when you get cancer? Cell phones. I bought my first cell phone. So my daddy go, why you use a cell phone? You ain't that important. Who do you need to talk to that you can't wait to get home, boy? Today, babies born, the first gift they get is a play cell phone. Personal computers, PCs. I remember when music switched over to Apple, thanks to Stephen Jobs, music was changed forever. Download music on a little bitty box, 5,000 songs. I go, how do you get 5,000 songs inside this thing? Today, that's an old thing. Netflix, Spotify, streaming movies, streaming music. Social media is not going away. Adapt or die. Adapt or die. It's not going away. Social media is bigger than Primerica. You understand that? You can stock all you want. You try to, you're not. Right now, if you walk around and say, everybody put your phones in the back. Half you guys would fall, you go, no, I need my phone. Well, then social media is the new world today. Zoom is the new world. We're taking advantage of Zoom. Thank God for Zoom. We're using a hybrid of meetings, physical meetings, and Zoom. I want you to think bigger than this, right? Think about the online networks. His organization, and the Baragons, and Chamorros, and the Ronalds, and the Arizons. These people are actively in business. They're really going after it. But think about this, Marazon. If you had 50 all states license and 5,000 premium coming from each state, how much would the base shop be doing? 250. What if you had 10,000 premium coming from 50 states? Nobody's winning awards, so 10,000 gets you nothing. You don't want to come a trip. But 50 states doing 10,000 premium, you're doing $500,000 a month of your base. And nobody's getting a recognition at 10,000 premium. But if you say, I'm staying in Riverside, I'm going to stay right here. Amen. Right? Because why? We need to meet up face to face. The world ain't waiting for you. The world's saying, we're already gone, bro. You gotta get up there. You know what? Let me turn that computer on. Let me learn it. Let me use this phone. Let me figure out how this thing works. Social media, embrace it. Primerica's embracing social media. When in the beginning, when me and Gary were doing it 9 years ago, we were ridiculed. Your fancy cars. Stop knocking people that have nice cars. You know why? Because that's not a toy, it's a tool. It's never been a toy for me. It's a tool so people stop me and go, sir, what do you do? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then take off your rings and throw them in the trash. Because that's a conversation piece. What do you do, sir? You play football? Yes, sir, that starts a conversation. Let's embrace this new world. Let's stop hating on it and say, okay, what does the public want? What does the public want? I'm going to end with this. I'm way over. Don't you ever forget the crusade. Don't you ever forget where you're from. Tell that story. Every kitchen table, I tell the A.L. Williams story. Every kitchen table, I'm not embarrassed about my granddaddy. I tell the story because if you don't tell the story, Mario, people right now in today's society are coming to take down institutions. But if you got a story, I want to hear it. What makes you different than the other financial company that took advantage of us in 2003? Y'all sound just like those people that you said were bad. You're in bed with them now. What's the story? You know, I tell people, you want to hear my story? You ever heard of A.L. Williams? So I say, Google that. You'll get the real history of my company. Don't Google Primerica, Google A.L. Williams. He's the insurance industry's worst enemy. He's a whistleblower. He got in the industry, flipped it on his head to tell the general public what they're doing to take advantage of the American population. So let me tell you about this guy named Mark Williams. And people literally go, listen, well, I want to hear this.
Come on.
Well, I go, hi, we're publicly traded. Have you heard of Primerica? We're on stock exchange. You start there, they go, oh, we hate those kind of guys. Those people take advantage of all the middle class, right? You're part of those financial guys. You're the guy that give out credit cards to kids in college? No, sir, I'm not like them, but I'm different. What's the story? What is the story? God bless you guys. I appreciate you
Chief Recognition Officer and Chairman of the Primerica Foundation, Catherine Kieser.